Today, we're making the easiest mac and cheese in the world. Woo! Hey, welcome back to another week of the FOGO Life. I am your host, Captain Ron, resident Big Green Expert here. Today, we are making my favorite barbecue side dish, wherever it is. It's called pulled pork mac and cheese. Woo! And it's the simplest mac and cheese you'll ever want to make. This came from a recipe from a place called Dave Poe's Barbecue in Georgia. It is so easy and it is so delicious. Let's get started. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's delicious, it's easy, and you're going to love it. Like I said, this is the easiest recipe for mac and cheese anywhere. Simple, 4 ingredients: noodles, heavy cream, pulled pork, and cheese. That's it. Just because I like to, we're going to add a touch of cayenne for a little spice because I like it spicy and a little bit of heat. So we're going to boil our noodles, we're going to get shredding our cheese, we're going to get started on this delicious dish right now. Now, whatever barbecue place you walk into in the world, they're going to have mac and cheese. It's everywhere. But they're all going to use different kinds of cheese. I found this. This is a cheddar. I usually like to use sharp. This is a Monterey Jack and shredded Parmesan cheese. Now, what I like to do is I like to shred my own cheese because if you get the stuff that's pre-shredded in the bags, it's going to be covered with wax and everything like that. So we don't want that. We're going to take this, we're going to cut it in half, we're going to put it through our shredder, we're going to get nice fine shreds, no wax whatsoever. Who is it?
Hey,
look at
what's
this
up,
guy.
man?
What's going on, man?
Good to see you, brother.
Folks, you leave the door open and you get a special guest. Chef David Olson, liveFireRepublic. You can find him on Instagram. Here's his name right down here. Check him out. Hi, David. How are you, man?
Great. They let anyone in around here, huh?
No kidding, man. Well, I'm so happy to see you. This is great.
What the heck you got going on?
Well, what we're doing is we've got the world's simplest mac and cheese here. And I'm adding a little something special. I had some leftover pulled pork. We're going to throw some pulled pork into the mac and cheese. And we're going to feast.
That sounds ridiculous. I am a huge fan of macaroni and cheese. I can't wait. Let's do this, man. What do you got going on?
All right. Well, we're up to shredding. So let's continue shredding.
This is great. It's like coming to eat, but I don't have to do the work.
Yeah, funny how that works. I can't wait to visit Michigan. All right, so our water's boiling away. So everybody knows when cooking pasta, we want some heavily salted water, right?
Of course we do.
We want it to taste like ocean water. So we got a good amount of salt. And show them the pasta we're going to use. We're using rigatoni. Forget the elbows, boring. Rigatoni. It's got nice lines in it. It's going to hold the sauce really well. It's going to hold that cheese really well. Go ahead, Derb. Do the honors for us. Don't burn. Excellent. So we're going to let this cook. It's going to take about 10 to 12 minutes. We want it a little bit al dente because it's going to cook. Al dente means almost done. So we're going to let this boil away and let's light the grill. We're going to use our super premium charcoal. So,
love it.
The beautiful part about FOGO Charcoal is you can open it with just a pull of a string. Give it a shot, David.
You know, I don't know about this.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay,
Don't be afraid.
Ready?
Don't be afraid. Yep.
1, 2.
Nice work, my friend. Nice work. See?
Money.
All right, so we're gonna load this baby up, we're gonna fill it up, and then we're gonna get going. Now, what I'm doing today is I'm cooking for a smaller crowd, so I'm actually halving my recipe. I'm gonna put the full recipe down below in the link. So if you wanna check out the recipe, it's down there. Go ahead and check it out. But right now, we're gonna use 1 cup of our cheese combination. So this is cheddar and Monterey Jack. Put that into a bowl. We're gonna use 2 cups of heavy cream, which is a half a quart. We're gonna add a dash of cayenne pepper, just a dash. We don't want to go too crazy, but I like it because it adds a little bit of spice, just like me, spicy. David, will you do me the honors of putting the Parmesan in?
Yeah, undoubtedly.
How much we got there?
1/4 cup.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. Our noodles are almost done. Once they're done, we're gonna put this in here, we're gonna mix it all together, then we're gonna put it in our pot to bake away on the big green egg.
Love it. Let's do
it. All right, let's do it. Today we're gonna make our mac and cheese in our beautiful Romertoff grill pan here. It's a really great pan, actually. It's available on our website. There is a link below to get to it. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out. But we're going to grease this thing up because once we have all our ingredients combined, we're going to mix it up and pour it right in here. So noodles are done.
Hey, welcome back, man.
Thank you, thank you. You ready for this, David?
I am, yeah.
Here comes where the magic happens. We
Love
take
it.
our mixture. We got all our cheese and cream.
Sure. Let me hold here.
We're just going to pour these al dente noodles right in.
Love it. Beautiful.
Okay. Look at that.
Wow, that's going to be incredible.
Cream, check. Cheese, check. Noodles, check. Cayenne, check. Now, we got one more thing to put in. Some pulled pork. Yep. Pulled pork, this is just, use your eyeballs, put as much or little as you want in. So David's gonna mix it here while I'm putting the pork in.
So I love this. This is bringing some really nice fattiness, a little bit of salinity in here.
Yeah.
This is going to be like grandma's macaroni and cheese, but just smoked and souped up.
On steroids.
Love it.
Barbecue steroids. Dave, you are hired. You are the official macaroni and cheese mixer. You are good.
I can't tell you how much I've done this before. So I feel like I'm right in the mode.
You're doing great. All right, so we can just pour it right in here now.
Here we go. Going in. A little bit at a time.
Yeah. This is beautiful. Now, one more step before we put it on the egg. where is all of our shredded cheese? Here it is.
There we go.
So all of that cheese that we put in there already, we're gonna take all of this and cover it on across the top. So let's do that. If you don't think this is gonna be full of flavor, boy, are you wrong. This is gonna be good. You know, it almost works like an Alfredo sauce. That's kind of how this is. Alfredo mac and cheese. All right, Dave, would you do the honors and put this on there for us?
There we go. Thank you. Wow. That's amazing.
It's like a whole new thing cooking on a big green egg for you, isn't it?
That's good. Oh, it truly is.
So we've got it on here. We're gonna cook this at 350 degrees. It's gonna take about a half hour, 40 minutes or so. It's gonna get nice and bubbly. It's gonna get a little brown on top. Oh my God.
Speaking my language.
Yeah,
Ron,
I know,
speaking
man.
my language.
Like I want some right now, you know? So what do you got going on, David? What have you been up
I'm
to?
down here in Florida just hanging out with you, man.
Yeah.
I've followed you for so long and the work you're doing. There's an opportunity to come down here today and throw down on the FOGO with the green egg and do some macaroni and cheese.
Well, I was so glad when I heard you were here and you may be able to stop by, and I want to thank you so much for stopping by. It was really great.
And you have cold beer here.
Hey, man, you know we got to take care of our people.
That's
you know?
what I say. My favorite kind of beer is other people's beer.
All right, our mac and cheese is bubbling away, and Chef David had to go on a call, so I want to give you a little pro tip about when you cook it on your egg. When you're cooking something like mac and cheese or breads or desserts or pies or something like that, you want to make sure everything is clean in that egg. You don't want to have your convector in there with all kinds of oils over it from the last time you made pulled pork or something like that. No. Start with a nice clean egg. Things like mac and cheese or breads or desserts, they're going to really soak in smoke flavor. So you don't want to have overly smoky. I didn't add wood to this. I just used our charcoal. That's plenty. So little pro tip for you, start with a good clean egg when you're making something like this. Otherwise, you're going to have a product that's way too smoky and bitter, and nobody's going to want to eat it. We don't want that now, do we? All right, it's bubbling, it's browning, it's done. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to set it here. Let that set for about 10 minutes, because if you just dig into it now, it's going to be real liquidy, and it's going to be hot, and you're just going to burn the daylights out of your mouth. So let it sit about 10 minutes, let it set up a little bit, kind of meld together. Then we're going to dig into this goodness. Put a little barbecue sauce in there. Oh, it's going to be good. All right, since we got a little pulled pork in here, and I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna put a little bit of this barbecue sauce. I got some PS seasoning black belt. All right, Dave, what do you think? You ready to dig in and try this out?
This looks so ridiculous.
It's almost too pretty to taste. But
honestly, this beat my expectations.
Is that right? Man, when I can beat his expectations, I feel like I'm doing something right. So let's really give it a test and try it out. Here,
here we go. Forks up. And what's is it fork or is it spoon? What's the right call?
You know, there is no right call. It's whatever you want to do, Dave. Whatever you're comfortable with, dig into that.
Since my option is fork, I'm gonna go with fork.
There you go. I made the decision for you. So we did put a little barbecue sauce on here.
Is this a Korean type of barbecue?
It is. Yep. It's a PS seasoning black belt. It's a Korean barbecue sauce. I love the flavor. So let's go. Cheers.
Here we go. What?
Boom.
We use some of that sweetness from the barbecue. All that tang. But you know what's not lost in there? Is the smokiness on that pork.
That's, to me,
money.
That's like the icing on the cake. You know what I mean? It just that adds so much. It's a great dish without the pork. I make it all the time without the pork. But you know, and you can use brisket in there. You can use whatever proteins you got. You got some barbecue chicken, put it in there. Shrimp, lobster, whatever you want. Let your imagination run wild. You know.
Well, the barbecue though. Great ad.
Yeah.
Great ad.
Well, you know, I look at it this way. When I eat pulled pork, and some people may not, when I eat pulled pork, I like to have some barbecue sauce on there. So, pulled pork in here.
Forget about it.
Now, I've made it where I put the barbecue sauce on and then put it in. It's just too liquidy. It doesn't really come out as well. I find it doesn't work as well. Let's see you try it. I want to see if you try it with the sauce on it first. But hey, while I got you here, all right, why don't you do me a favor? If you like what you saw here, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. Ring that bell. You don't want to miss anything we have coming up. So we're going to get to eating here. I want to thank David for coming. liveFireRepublic. Catch him on Instagram. Catch him everywhere. He's a monster. I want to thank you so much for coming out today and joining us. Yeah, man, it was an absolute pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the mac and cheese. Don't forget now, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Leave us a comment down below. And remember to get out and grill. And we'll see you next time on the FOGO Life.
Adios.